the divisions have been divided, because in the Western Conference, you got in ninth place, St. Louis Blues. The St. Louis Blues have a 6-1-2 record and have arguably been one of the best teams in the league. And they're not in a playoff spot. They're ninth. They're ninth place. I mean, keep in mind, they've only played 9 games. They did have a week off, like 7 games off, which I don't know how...
Minnesota 6-4-2.
Yeah.
And they're ahead.
I don't know how that happens. How do you have a week off in the NHL? Like, you imagine being the players, right? They're just probably like, what? Like, are you kidding me? I'm sure their wives love it, but...
Steal something from... I don't even know what to steal from now. I was going to wag of the finger. Maybe that's Colbert Report. Anyway, to the NHL. You're going to screw the Blues, like, for no reason? Boston and St. Louis have played 3 or 4 less games than every other team in the NHL. And normally that's not so bad. You can make it up. But we have a 2.5-week break for the Olympics this year.
Yeah.
And you're now just going to give the Blues a week off? I mean, it's nice to have time off to get ready for the next game and stuff like that, but a lot of teams don't like 4 or 5 days in a row off.
Especially when you go 6-1-2 and you're in ninth.
Give us their next game and let's make up the standings here. So, I don't know, maybe some other breaks are coming for some other teams that are similar, but in any case, wag of the finger, bad scheduling, that has to be done a lot better.
Oh man, if I was a Blues fan, I would just be so pissed right now. Your team's playing so well, and you're in ninth. It's bizarre. I've never seen anything like that before.
And they are playing incredibly well. The Blues are.
Oh, they're playing
awesome.
great.
Alexander Steen is tied for the league lead in goals with 10.
Yeah, 10 goals in 11 games. 10 goals in 11 games.
Unreal.
Oh, and also get this: 10 goals in 25 shots.
Wait. Did you say in 11 games?
Or 10 goals in 9 games, sorry, because they played 9 games.
I was just going to say, I'm pretty sure the Blues have only played...
No, Steen has played 2 more games. He has been going to other teams secretively and putting on opponents' jerseys.
I'm reading his stats now. Games played 10. Goals 11, assists 5.16. So
Steen is the time traveler, clearly, not Datsuk. That's what you're saying to me. But no, Steen's got 10 goals in 9 games. He's never been he's always been a decent player. Obviously, his dad was Thomas Steen, who was a very good player for the Jets back in the 80s. So he comes from a hockey family, but Steen was never known as like a great goal scorer. This is definitely... since he's been in the NHL, obviously junior he lit it up. But in the NHL, he was always more of, a middling third-line grinder, maybe top 6 if he got lucky. But Steen was never known as a great player. Good player, but not a 10-goal in 9-game player. And he's just been... I don't know how to explain it, but he's just really... come into his own and just found another level. So, it's great to see. But it totally caught me off guard because I've never seen him perform like this. Like, the Canucks played the Blues the other night. Steen looked amazing. We won that game. We had no business winning it. It's like St. Louis severely outplayed us. And I thought Steen looked awesome. Like, really, really good.
And I will now update you and the rest of our listeners. St. Louis beat the Jets 3-2 tonight. They are now 7-1-2. They have jumped from 9th to 6th in the West as I have refreshed my page. So it all has been corrected as far as that is concerned. But still very interesting to see the 6-1-0 team in 9th.
Yeah, that's just bizarre.
But 6 now.
Talked about Vancouver, Colorado, still tearing.
We hit them a little bit, but they're just being so impressive. And
Duchesne, Duchesne looks incredible.
If you still can find that sound effect machine, we should make sure Patrick Waugh is listening and give him a round of applause because that's just incredible. So many doubters. You can't obviously give him all the credit. He has a bunch of young talent, but let's keep in mind that young talent was not performing for the last 2 or 3 seasons. A bunch of question marks were surrounding the Colorado Avalanche. You change the whole front office, and Patrick Waugh obviously being the biggest one, and Rob Blake. Awesome. Yeah. Awesome. Love to see it. I love Patrick Waugh. There it is. Patrick.
Well-deserved, Mr. Waugh. This is the clapping machine that doesn't stop clapping. It's like forever goes on forever.
Just throw it across the room so it doesn't fade out.
You just hear it go. Colorado looked great. It's really props to them for as you said, for turning that organization around from Sakic on down. Really instilling a sense of confidence in their young guys by pretty much littering their staff with old talent from the days of their dynasty years.
Which never works. Obviously, like Gretzky as a head coach, I don't think anybody ever even admits those days existed. And now we got Patrick Waugh trying it again and just having outrageous success with it. So that's kind of a funny storyline as well.
Yeah, well, as I said in previous shows, I could attest it. I imagine there is some serious there are probably random beatings going on in that dressing room. Like, that's the only way, if you don't play well. Like, I'm sure they're terrified of Patrick Waugh. Like, he is a scary, scary guy. And they're probably just playing out of fear more than anything else. I think Waugh is just, he's insane. He really is insane. In a great way. I love him. But, I mean, I think Colorado is just, they're coming from Joe Sacco, who's sort of has the death stare at well, but he's more of a laid-back guy in a lot of ways. Waugh is not laid back. Waugh is... Go ahead.
I kind of laughed too, like at the beginning of the season, because like you say, Waugh is like that, and they had this like massive, like one of the craziest opening ceremonies I've seen, just talking about how they brought back the legends and how this, and I was just like, come on, like whatever, you didn't even make roster changes, like, and then here I am, shut my mouth, 10-1, like,
yeah, no, well, me and you both, like neither of us expected them,
the hockey world. I mean, come on,
neither of them expected this to happen, like not at all. It's great to see
in the playoffs, but...
And do you think it'll continue?
God, I hope so. Matt Duchene is playing... you can't really make this comparison easily, and obviously they're not equals at this stage, but he's playing like Sidney Crosby. The man has incredible vision right now. He's making moves that... a lot of players have no business making, and he's pulling them off night in and night out.
Yeah.
Scoring goals, I think he's got 15 points or something like that. He's in the top 5 in scoring, and it's awesome because really I've always seen him as a talented player who just hasn't really found his game.
Well, he's still young, right?
Colorado, yeah, he is, and there's a lot of Avalanche that are in the same shoes. I mean, you got O'Reilly, Stastny, Landeskog, a lot of players that
Nathan McKinnon.
They're question marks. We know that they're good, but how good is the question? Are they going to be 40 goal scorers or 20 goal scorers? They could be either one still at this stage. And so, I really hope it continues. And with the talent, definitely can. I think they need a few more moves on the depth chart, especially in defense, to make the 10-1 definitely solid and not a fluke.
Yeah.
But I think they could definitely stay in the top 5 in the West this year.
Well, and Nathan McKinnon, he's no slouch. Like, this kid's going to be a franchise player.
Oh yeah.
Even 2 years from now, Colorado is just going to be terrifying. Like, I'm really glad they're not in our division anymore because I do not want to have to deal with them in 2 years. Like, they're already very good, but they're only going to get better. Their average age is still like 24. Like, they're going to get better. Before we wrap things up, I guess we'll quickly mention San Jose is still tearing it, but whatever. It's San Jose. They always do this. Let's see if they can maintain it. Will this be their year?
Maybe they'll maintain it. Like President's Trophy or not, like I don't want to talk about the show. I mean, they got to the third round once in my recent memory.
Yeah.
And that's about it.
Yeah.
So let's see what happens in the playoffs.
How about we make a rule not to talk about the Sharks anymore unless something amazing happens until they make the finals. Let's just say that. Until you make the finals, just you're the
Sharks.
Sharks.
Bring him up more than you like because Logan Couture is spectacular and he's just warming up. So I think he's going to have an exceptional season, a career year for him.
And don't forget Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle.
Couture. Yeah, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle is definitely going to be something to watch too. You never know. He might be one of those guys that shows up for a 4-goal game and pieces out like Jan Bulis, but we'll have to see what happens with Hurdle.
So you're saying Hurdle might turtle?
Oh, that's a good one.
Sorry. Oh God, it's still going. You can hear it in the background. We'll end on a happy note. Well, actually, I also wanted to say about Colorado. We don't play them until December 6th, but mark your calendars because December 6th, Colorado plays Vancouver, and all it is going to be is John Tortorella staring at Patrick Waugh for the entire game. The players
That's going to be one of the scariest. Like, okay, you know how they do
the players aren't even going to go on the ice. They're not even going to play
between the benches. I hope Pierre Maguire is between the benches in that game, so I can watch him sweat and freak out as the stanchions rock between on either side of him. Oh man, I mean, I know you're scared of Babcock, so maybe we should find out when Colorado plays Detroit as well, because that'll be one hell of a game.
That will be, but Babcock just looks like he's about to snap and murder someone, but he's always so reserved. Tortorella is not reserved.
Babcock looks like he's constantly choking someone with the force. That's what Babcock looks like.
The opposing coach, that's his secret. We'll end it on a positive note because we're not gonna. This is going to happen before the next show. November 2nd, big night for Canucks fans. Big night for me, my all-time favorite player. Pavel Bure's jersey is getting retired November the 2nd, Saturday night. This is a big one. So
it's actually a jersey worth retiring, I would say.
Yeah.
Which is good for Vancouver. It's nice to have. It's nice that they made that call. I'm really happy they did. He's one of the most talented players to ever play the game, it should have been raised before Schmiel, and if not for Linden's great community work and being just one of the classiest players in the NHL, probably should have been raised before him as well, just because of the sheer level of talent that player had.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Wait a second. I am totally. I was saying no. That's weird because I'm reading the NHL article and it says it's this Saturday, but I was pretty sure. That's a home game, right? We're playing Toronto here, are we not? But it's at 4:00 because of stupid Toronto.
Oh, stop saying we. I'm not going to know.
Yeah. No, okay, I was getting confused because Saturday is a home game, but it's weird because it's Toronto, and of course the Leafs fans have to watch their team not too late. It's a home game, but it's a home game at 4 p.m., which is, figure that one out. So, yeah. I can't figure that one out. But we're playing Toronto at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So if you're going to watch this jersey retirement, just make sure you're aware of that. It's not going to be at like 7 p.m. It's going to be at 4 p.m., which is just...
Yeah, that sucks for Canucks fans that they would hang a jersey at 4 o'clock. Well, it is a Saturday, so you'd think that most of your 9 to 5, Monday, Friday guys...
Yeah, but for people like me that work during the day, I'm going to miss my favorite player's jersey getting retired. So
Are you really? Are you working this Saturday?
Yes.
Oh, dude, you got to figure something out about that.
Yeah.
Record it or something. I mean, jeez.
I'm just going to build a cardboard cutout of myself and put it behind the cabinet and see if they notice. Just a picture of me waving.
They won't. That customer service will be as good as your customer service.
Oh, thank you. All right, well, on that note, my name is Andy Cole.
And my name is Justin Boniface. Thanks for listening, guys.
Yeah, have a good night.